Obviously, I was going to make a video about this. My team, Haas F1, have announced today that they will be releasing their car this week. This week, not next week. Like all the rest of the teams, they're better than all the rest of the teams. Haas, Rich Energy, F1, it's a mouthful, but they will be the first team to launch their 2019 Formula 1 car. Wow. We did not expect this news coming out, and it's not the only news we saw from Haas's camp today. I've got a little bit of a, I suppose, news roundup of myself, something I want to announce as well at the end of this video regarding this team. But as you're about to see on screen, on the 7th of February, Thursday this week, Rich Energy Haas F1 will be launching their car, and as you can see, a new era begins. What does this mean? Well, if you're more of a casual Formula 1 fan, you might not be aware that Rich Energy, an extremely bizarre company that produce, well, I suppose, high quality and premium energy drinks, that's probably how they would like me to pronounce it, they have become an official title sponsor of the team. So, as I have mentioned a few times already in this video, it's in the name. So they're now Rich Energy Haas F1. But with this deal, obviously brings a lot of money into Haas F1 team. That's still a relatively new Formula 1 team, don't forget. They're only going into their 4th season in 2019, so all this money coming from Rich Energy, big bonus for them. But at the same time, something that I cannot wait to see is that with Rich Energy, it is expected, and after this little teaser, a new era begins, it's expected that Haas's car will be black and gold. And if you guys know me, I was a huge Lotus F1 fan, absolutely huge. And that's why I'm a Romain Grosjean fan, who drives for Haas now. Because he was at Lotus and transitioned through to Haas when Lotus finished. And for me, that is going to be incredible. Almost full circle. And you can see some concept art. There was some in the thumbnail, there's some there. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Haas's livery, or I will say this, it's Haas or Haas. I've always called them Haas, but it's either or, swings and roundabouts. Have a go at me. I don't really, not really too fussed. I've heard it all before, but I think for Formula 1, a black and gold livery is an absolutely beautiful piece of kit. And looking at Haas's liveries from the past 3 seasons, they've been a bit boring, they've been a bit bland, they've not quite fit in to the rest of the grid, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Thursday, blimey, that was a juicy bit of news that I was very happy to hear about. So hopefully you guys are as well. But just before we go, it's only going to be a quick one from me today. But we also had the announcement of my boy Romain Grosjean's brand new helmet for the 2019 season. And sorry if that was completely over-dramatised, but if you know me, you know I love a helmet design. You know I love a livery design, so this time of the year for me, it's absolutely mega. So, smiles all around over here, but look at this helmet. Look at this piece of work. We've got the matte black, blue, pushing into the orange and sunset yellow, and oh, I absolutely love it. I really do, and this is something a little bit different from Grosjean's helmets. He's always, I'm not going to say played it safe, but it's always been similar, I would say. There's always usually been a bit of orange. Since he's gone to Haas, they've generally been blue designs, but the matte finish on this, I think it's something really nice. And I think as well, it's interesting that if we are going to have a black and gold car, does this match? I'm not too sure it does. So that's going to be an interesting one to look out for. Maybe Haas, looking at this design, are going to roll with a matte blue car. Which again would be interesting because Red Bull obviously run with a matte purple car. So it's going to be really interesting. But I think it's a really nice switch up. Going away from the gloss, I think this is something a little bit different. And there's the number 8 on top. I love it. I really do. And orange is my favourite colour. And I think Grosjean's favourite helmet he's ever done for me was 2012, his orange helmet for Lotus. But this one's right up there. Really do. I loved last year's design, but this one pips it for sure. It's going to be one of the best looking helmets on the grid. Probably a bit biased, but am I fussed? Not really, to be totally honest with you. And so, the final bit of news for today. I'm working on a project. Not going to fully disclose the name, but it's regarding my boy, Romain Grosjean. Something along the lines of Grosjean Watch. Not too sure what I'm going to call it. It's going to be an interesting project, but it's going to be kind of just keeping an eye on my boy Grosjean, how his season goes. And you know we do our race reviews, but as well as a race review, we're going to do our Grosjean Watch. So keep an eye out for that when the season starts. We'll also be doing a season preview for my boy because we've got to spread the Grosjean love. Keep going the Grosjean army. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.